All right, yesterday we learned how to do sine and cosine. Remember, sine is the y value and cosine is the x value. And today you're going to talk about tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. Before we get started, let's review some problems that you're going to see when you're working out the cotangent and tangent problems. If we simplify 1 divided by 1/2, or copy, change, flip, you would rewrite that as 1 times 2 over 1. So remember, change dividing to multiply, flip the fraction on bottom over, and then just work it out. 1 over 1, straight across multiply. So that would be 2 on top and 1 on bottom. So that would equal 2. Second one, 1 divided by 0. You cannot divide by 0, that is undefined. Try typing it in your calculator. 1 divided by 0, the calculator will say error, which means that's undefined. So that's the answer, undefined. Now, if 0 is on top, like in number 3, 0 divided by -1, type that in your calculator. 0 divided by -1, and it will say 0. That is an answer. That's not undefined. 0. Remember, if you're in doubt, type it in the calculator. Top divided by bottom. Okay, these are your formulas. Pause the video and write these down on a sheet of paper. You're going to need them for questions at the end of the video. Okay, tangent of 90 degrees. First question. Tangent formula is y over x. So let's find 90 degrees. Here's 90 degrees. There's your xy coordinate. So y over x will be 1 over 0. Pay close attention to what you're doing. If you put those in the wrong order when you're working it out, you're probably going to miss it. So 1 divided by 0. 1 divided by 0 in the calculator is error, undefined on that one. Later on, when we start graphing, you'll see that those are the asymptotes on a graph. Second question, cotangent of 3 pi fourths. Well, let's find 3 pi fourths. There it is, 3 pi fourths. And remember from the previous slide, the formula for cotangent is x over y. So at 3 pi fourths, x and y, x is negative square root 2 over 2. Y is positive square root 2 over 2. Now we could definitely do the copy, change, flip rule, or I think you'd probably rather want to know the easiest way, right? You could cancel these 2's off. They're both on the bottom. And root 2 over root 2, anything over itself is 1, so we could also cancel those out. So anything divided by itself is 1. But we had this negative sign, and we only had one negative, so that means it's -1. All right, next question, secant of pi thirds. Here's pi thirds. And secant formula is 1 divided by x, 1 over x. So let's look at our pi thirds. Here's pi thirds. And there's the x value. So we're doing 1 over 1/2. Remember, copy, change, flip. Can't cancel those ones off, by the way. 1, change dividing to multiplying. Flip 2 over 1. 1 times anything is itself. If you want to think of it that way. So that'd be 1 times 2 is 2. And 2 over 1 is just 2. Next question, cosecant is 1 over y. Now let's find negative 120. If positive 120 is there's positive 120. How do you find negative 120? Remember, it has to be it's symmetric to the x-axis. So it would just be reflected across the x-axis. So it would be here. If this one is 1, 2, 3 above, then the negative is going to be 1, 2, 3 below the x-axis. So there's my negative 120. And the formula is 1 over y, and our y coordinate is negative root 3 over 2. So 1 over negative root 3 over 2. Let's do the keep, change, flip. So keep the 1, change the dividing to multiplying, flip the fraction over. So 2 over negative root 3. 1 times any fraction is itself. So why don't I just forget this 1? Because 1 times anything is itself. So let's just work with 2 over, I'm going to put my negative sign out front too because I don't like it in the denominator. Can you leave an answer with the root on the bottom? Nope. So you have to multiply root 3 on top and bottom. And your answer would then be negative 2 root 3 over root 9, which is really 3. All right, work these out on your own, one at a time, and enter your answer. I hope you got this right. The answer was 1. Remember, both the coordinates were negative root 2 over 2. Negative divided by negative is a positive, and anything divided by itself is 1. Try the next one. The answer to number 2 is 1. The y-coordinate at 90 degrees is 1. Cosecant is 1 over y, and 1 over 1 is 1. Try number 3. Number 3 is undefined. 3 pi over 2 is down here at the bottom. Secant is 1 over x. The x value is 0, so 1 over 0 is undefined. Try number 4. The answer is negative square root 3 over 2. 300 degrees. There's 300. And tangent's y over x. The y value is negative root 3 over 2, and the x value is 1/2. And you can cancel those 2's. So root 3 over 1 is root 3, and answer is negative because there's only one negative in the problem. Try number 5. The answer is undefined because pi is at 180 degrees, and cotangent is x over y. X is negative 1, y is 0, and negative 1 divided by 0 is undefined. 0 on the bottom is always undefined. Try number 6. The answer is negative 2. Cosecant is 1 over y, and negative 150. If positive 150 degrees is there, reflect that across the x-axis. So instead of 1 up from the x-axis, we're going to go 1 down from the x-axis. So negative 150 degrees would be there. And then the y value is the negative 1/2. So 1 divided by negative 1/2. Do your copy, change, flip. So we're flipping this over. And basically, I can just get rid of the 1 because 1 times anything is itself. So ignore the 1. And 2 over negative 1 is negative 2.